So we have had an evolution based around our lovely training center. Now, honestly, I probably forgot about this, but we actually do have a training evolutions where basically we don't actually have to do anything other than put it in there, which is absolutely fine. And it seems like my evolution center is a little bit broken. So if we just wait for that to do it, we can find it on here, which is not a problem. We have got no cam, no party. This is going to be an availability that I can find in the training camp. Now, it's really not liking to load at the moment. So we have got an ability to make a 92 overall up to 94. The main thing is you've got to training time of 14 days. Now, yes, I'm kind of like, really? I've got 14 days to grind this out. Like, they didn't really think about this one, in my opinion, but it's an interesting one to say the least. I kind of want to see where a card goes with this. Now, the big thing is with this, it's not just 14 days, put it straight in and absolutely done. You've actually got to accept it and then put it back in. Like, you've got level 1 at 3 days. I've not actually done a more than one level. So you've got to basically accept the 3 days, accept the 4 days, and accept the 7 days. I don't know. Obviously, this is going to be in your companion app, so you can't actually see any of the cards unless you go on there. So web app, companion app is going to be the place you go. But in terms of the upgrade, I'm interested to say the least. So we're just going to jump straight across to see who we can actually put this with, because I'm all for it, but I just think you got 14 days to get this to a 94. Aren't they going to be better players by then? So it could be like you do this as a stopgap for a player. It's a potential. So in terms of the levels, we are going to get the Incisive Pass plus on level 1. We would get the Press Proven plus on level 2. And finally the Long Ball Pass on level 3. So Incisive Pass, if you've got a double, Incisive Pass is what you get. If you've got a single, the Press Proven, and then finally the Long Ball if you have none. In terms of the trending players on this, obviously Neymar, Gula, Simons, Verts, Rivaldo, bit of Cherokee. Now, whether, depending on what you're actually wanting to kind of grind out here, I don't think there's a crazy amount of players in this, but I do think at the very minimum, you're going to get yourselves a little bit of an upgrade. There's nothing to do for the upgrade, so at the very minimum, you chuck an 84 into here, and you've got yourself a fodder player just from putting him in there. You've got an 84, throw him in, and that's it. You've got a 94. Doesn't matter what you want to use him for. That for me is a pretty good deal at the minimum. In terms of the actual evolution, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan. Like, if we do look for kind of like your Neymar-esque sort of player, he's going to be the one I would suggest a lot of people would go for. Pace-wise, you're going to get a +3. Shooting's going to be up by, 6? Passing goes up 5, dribbling was already 99, and then you're going to get a 10 on the physicality, and you'll end up with the Press Proven because he's got Incisive already. There's going to be a lot of options you can go with, so like even just going for the 91 striker, you could have put him in the hero in a half shell instead of an Mbappe-esque sort of player, so there is that you could go into. It was to look at someone like Goulet, obviously 1 pace, 1 shooting, 3 on the passing, so I'm assuming that's 95, dribbling's 94, so it stays the same. 5 on the defending and an extra 10 on that physicality. So it's a solid upgrade. Like, it's nothing crazy. I would suggest looking, if you are going for that sort of cam-esque player, then maybe to have a double playstyle plus already. I mean, if you've already got the kind of Press Proven already there, then it is what it is. Incisive and Long Ball is still very good for their options. I just think if you are looking more at an attacking winger, might not be the greatest playstyle pluses in my opinion, especially if they don't already have a quick step or a rapid. So someone like a Bobby Charlton, maybe even someone like a Kaka, might not be the worst option. Kaka probably is a solid option for what he's kind of got already. You'll end up with the rapid, the Press Proven, and the Incisive. Again, it's not terrible. Stats wise, it's across the board upgrades, which is always good. I think Kaka's got a 90 upgrade that you could choose, which again, it's not a bad option you could go for. You make him into a 5-5 as well. So if you wanted a Kaka upgrade, you don't have to wait. You've obviously got the 94 that was available, 1.9 mil. It's a bit expensive, but it is more of a striker than he is necessarily a cam. So it's just an interesting one. It's kind of interested they actually did the training camp. So whether you can be bothered to put 14 days worth of a player in here, at the minimum, I would personally just go for an 84 rated gold. Get him into a 94, nice and easy. Get that upgrade, put him into an SBC later on down the line. So let me know what you're going to choose for that, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.